Alright, well, it's been a little bit since we've done a Monster Energy Green on a Monster Energy Green frame. But I've got another one put together and held on to it long enough to catch a little video and some pictures of it. It's a 2017 Peterbilt 389, 550 Cummins, 1850 torque, 18-speed transmission. This truck has a 290-inch wheelbase. Sitting on low air leaf suspension, 40,000 pound air leaf suspension. It's got a 13.2 front axle. I put that 13.2 in a lot just because it's only a couple $100 more, and you know, you're getting another 1,200 pounds payload for $200. If you're ever in the spot where you need it, it's a lot cheaper than not having it. This truck's on Low Pro 22.5s on Alcoa level 1 polished wheels. Since I did Low Pro 22.5s, I've got a 3 1/4, a 325 rear end in it, where with my Low Pro 24s, I usually do 336s, but the Low Pro 22s with the 3 1/4 and the Low Pro 24s with the 336 are basically the exact same RPM at the same mile an hour. 3-axle disc brakes all the way around. One of the best upgrades you can have. Better stopping power, which is huge for safety. The pad and rotor life is phenomenal. They just seem to last forever. I've seen them go well past 700,000. If you get pads on it before you start hurting the rotors, you'll probably never put rotors on it. They're just that good. The Peterbilt 30-inch deep drop quarter fenders. That's the nicest quarter fender we can get from the factory. I've got every kind of quarter fender, half fender, full fender imaginable, if that's something we need. This one's mounted on the front side of the spring hanger. I personally like to put them there and get them tightened up against the tire. It looks a lot cleaner, and it opens up this gap here, makes the wheelbase look maybe a little longer than what it really is. So if that's something you want, we can handle that, no problem. Polished locking toolboxes on both sides. The big deck plate, and that's 7 sections of deck plate. You'll see the dual 7-ways. I've got the chrome stand for the air and electric. 6 flush mount lights. I've got the CB mounted on the back, or the CB antenna. It's just a lot cleaner. I don't like all that stuff hanging off the mirrors. Some guys do. I don't. Again, if you want them on the mirrors, if that's a deal breaker, then we'll put them on the mirrors. Not that big a deal. Phoenix LED stainless light kit with the clear lenses. Everything is on factory weather sealed connectors. The truck rolls out of the factory with a wiring harness ready for this light kit. That way there's no butt connectors or taped up ends or anything like that. It's all just plug and play, and it's nice, and nothing that you're going to be fooling with, changing bulbs and all that jazz. So just nice. Polished 120-gallon tank on this side with 4 polished straps. Locking caps. I always do the locking caps. It's $17 at the factory to put these 2 caps on. If you've ever bought a Peterbilt fuel cap from my parts department, you paid well over $100 for it. That's just for a standard one. I'm sure a locking one's somewhere in the 130 range. So a nice $17 spent at the factory. Polished def tank cover. 7-inch exhaust. This one's got the turn back tips. I've got a variety of tips in heights and styles. If you don't like these, we can swap those out, no big deal. It's got the chrome elbows on the exhaust. That's an option not a lot of people do. Got the big battery disconnect there. There's 4 batteries in this polished step box, and that's one way to kill the power. If you're going to be down, you know, for a few days, that's just a great way to kill it and make sure it's going to fire back up when you come back. Plus, it's also got a hole in it for a lock, so if you wanted to kill the power and put a lock on it, that's just one more way to make sure it's there the next morning. Premium 15-inch air cleaners. I've said this a lot. There are 2 versions of this air cleaner, and this is the premium one. If I ever order a truck for a customer that doesn't have premium air cleaners, I'll put these side by side and do a quick explanation of them. Just all my guys want the nice stuff, and everything I keep in my inventory is the top of the line. Polished, power heated stainless mirrors. Yeah, even the spots powered. 12-inch blind mount drop visor. And when I had the headliner out putting that in, I always put 2 more roof lights on it if I don't do horns on the roof. So this one's got the 7 roof lights, and I put the clear LED light lenses and covers on it this time, so they match all of the air cleaner lights and the cabin sleeper lights. It just a nice, clean, smooth effect for all of it. Polished headlights, polished surround. This one's got just a standard 18-inch Texas bumper. I've got bumper varieties for days. Anything you can think of, I either have or can get within 24 hours usually. Polished DPF box and steps on this side. Another good shot of all those Phoenix lights. It does have a lighted entry step, and either driver's door or passenger door opens up, and there's a light mounted up under there, and it comes on. Polished 150-gallon tank over here with polished straps. Again, another locking toolbox over here. Windows on both sides of the sleeper. Take a peek in here. This one has the 2-tone Arctic gray interior. Black seats, gray carpet. Notice a little hesitation whenever I open these doors or close them. There is internal door stops that I put in there. That they are an option. So when the wind's blowing, it doesn't grab the door out of your hand and slam it into the mirror of the air cleaner. Just makes it kind of nice. Just another one of those super cheap options that can save a lot of money down the road. 13.2 front axle. It's got remote lube. Terminals if you ever need a jump. Heated fuel filter. The entire fuel system has the Arctic wrap on all of the fuel lines. If you ever want fog lights or road lights, it's all wired up, ready to go. Again, just plug and play. Full rosewood on this one, doors, dash, the A and B panel, A, B, and what they call the C panel. Keyless entry. Again, where the stamp tag, the little brass tag used to be, they've moved that to a sticker on the door. Power seats. I say power seats. Air ride seats, Atlas 80 series. They've got lumbar. Driver's seat has dual armrest. Steering wheel is leather wrapped. Column is tilt and telescope. .23 gauges, 17 chrome bezel gauges here in the dash, plus 6 more in the smart nav. In that smart nav, wireless, Bluetooth radio, XM satellite, weather band, CD, MP3. If you've got music on just about any device, we can stream it through this stereo. It's got camera capabilities. You can do a dash cam, a load cam, up to 4 different cameras. For this particular unit, you have to buy those cameras through a pack car dealer. So your Peterbilt parts department would probably be your best place. Navigation is Garmin. Pretty similar to most everything out there. The smart nav does more things than we can talk about in this video for sure. Nice shot of that rosewood on the dash. I think that looks really nice. And there's also rosewood accents on these overhead doors. Factory Cobra CB. It's a lot cheaper to put it in at the factory than do it afterwards. Even if you're just wanting the surround and the bracketry, you know, so it's not just all L brackets hanging from the ceiling. It's still cheaper to buy it this way. It's $100 and something to get this whole package installed at the factory. Just to buy the surround and the brackets over the counters, $500. So it's the smarter way to do it. There's a shot of the premium sound. You know it's premium when it has the tweeter. It's only available on a stand-up or a sleeper or with an ultra cab. You can't get that tweeter in a flat top. There's not enough room in the headliner the way everything lays out. There's the speaker for the CB, and then there's the microphone for the hands-free phone. This truck is a double bunk. You can see that top bunk folds in half. Makes it nice for the bottom bunk to have it out of the way. Business center, room for storage or notes or file folders. Great place to keep all that stuff. And then the thing most everybody likes the most is you can sit on the bed, and this is a nice desktop. Put your laptop on it, tablet, get some work done. And that closet is just blank. It's for hanging clothes. Same Dometic refrigerator, been using forever. Just a good piece. There's your sleeper controls. Keeping it old school with the lighter in the ashtray. Chrome stick on the shifter. That's one of those little things that we do that not everybody does. If this is a truck that interests you and you have questions about trades or financing, delivery, pickup, any of that stuff, you can always reach me at 918-808-5638. My name is Steve Carboni. I've been doing this a long time. You're not going to throw anything at me I haven't seen before. This will be one of my last 17s. 18s are coming real soon. I always caution everyone at this time of year. Here we are at the end of 16, about to close out 17s because the 18s are coming. Since the way the year model changes works, I think a guy's kind of smart to still buy a 17 as we go into 17. You don't want to start 17 with a truck that's a year newer, because as the miles go on, you can either have a low mileage 17 or a really high mileage 18. And I think if you went to sell it or trade it, the numbers are going to work out about the same, and you'll save the price increase on the 17 versus an 18. So just plenty of schools of thought on that, but call me anytime. Thank you for all the questions on YouTube. I answer those every morning. You guys throw a lot of great questions out there. A lot of suggestions that I've used. I appreciate that. You can see a lot of my pricing specials on Facebook, Peterbilt Steve, and we're now on Instagram, Peterbilt Steve. You can find me there too. So please don't hesitate to call or text me if I can help you. I'd love a shot at earning your business, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate it.